Well, we're back here today working on this, and my idea was to get this thing so it is fully adjustable. I've done the measurements. Compressed, it's 24 inches. Maxed out, it's around 42. So that's really good. Now, like I said, I was going to put supports from about there to there, but I was worried that it was going to put too much pressure on this bar right here and cause it to kink and bend. And I don't want that. I don't want my cage to bend. It's always bad when that happens. So I've come up with a different way where I mount this removable plate right there, and then I have this removable plate right here that's got an inch of adjustment, and run a solid bar from there to there. Now, the reason I don't like this is because that's not going to be adjustable. It's only going to be adjustable within an inch. Yeah, I could weld an extension onto that. I'm probably going to put a gusset in it, so that's probably going to happen as well. I guess I could put an extension on it to make it an extra 2 inches longer, so that would give me 4 inches of adjustment. But I haven't done that yet, obviously. But I don't really want to have the solid bar, but I'm running out of steel, and I'm kind of running out of ideas. I don't have any smaller pieces that slide in and out of themselves. I do not want to go that large of those pieces down there to slide in and out of themselves, because it's just going to be super heavy, and it doesn't really need to be that heavy. These are just mostly an added support, just so it doesn't keel over and kink on itself. So bringing it back to the main support bar means that it's going to put all the pressure right on the support bar, which is a very thick piece of steel. So more and more modifications being done to this. I've had a pretty long day out here today. But this thing here does work great. It spreads out really nicely. It's honestly going very well. The gas tank I'm still going to mount to the floor, just so that it's not too much on the cage. I don't want to put everything on the cage, but as of right now, this thing spreads out to pretty much right about here on both sides, and I can bring it back to where it touches the actual speaker deck. This thing is going to be one heck of a crazy cage, and if it comes down to it, I can build more plates that bolt onto here, and then I can build plates that bolt onto here or something for different shows that allow different things. So always kind of able to be adaptable and make different scenarios work. But yeah, it's going good. Some little setbacks today that's happened. The drill press actually ate one of my belts. Right there, as you can see, it's broke right in half. So I had to put a small block Chevy belt onto this, and it is not the right one, and it's just heating this thing up like crazy. So I am going to buy a new belt for this tomorrow, because it's late on a Sunday. But yeah, that's what we got going. So the cage is just about done in this car, and then we can start focusing on other things, like getting a gas tank mount into it, and all that fun stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been a lot of engineering. It's almost done. Probably one more night and this cage will be to the point where I'm satisfied, completely satisfied with it. So it's getting there. It's getting done. So after, I'm going to say 3 days of working on it after work, we've come up with this. So a lot of you guys are going to ask me, why does this bar come back down to that post to post? I'd like it when it comes up to here. I might even make a piece that's different that can go to here from there. But here's the problem. I'm not allowed. I have a different cage that goes from there to here, but certain promoters here in Ontario and I'm just going to say certain promoters here in Ontario rules state gas tank protector may be only connected to post. So that is why it's done like this. Now I do have it spread out to 32 inches because the show that it's going to is going to be a 32-inch gas tank protector rule. So she's spread out. Let's just get this tape all set up here. Reach. Just under 32. So I do like to go just under every time I do something, so then that way I'm not fighting the rules. The rules are working for me. I started putting a gas tank box into here. That's going to be a custom one to fit into this one. I'm not going to have to cut it, and I'm going to plan around it, unlike the other one. Well, that's one of the earlier gas tank boxes I had, and I've had a little bit of trouble, so we're going to do something a little bit different. But honestly, I really like this cage. I posted some photos of it on Facebook today, and there has got to be 80 comments on it so far on Facebook. Yeah, so this is nothing overly special. This is just something I've spent a lot of time on and finally got it to a spot where I want it, and I can adjust it from 24 to 41 inches. I can bring it back an extra 4 inches. I can bring it ahead. There is so much adjustability with this cage that it's to the point where I'm actually very happy with it. And the amount of work I put into it, it's actually starting to show. I'm going to put a nice coat of paint on it and stuff like that. I might put a gusset from here to here because I couldn't get a whole lot of weld, because if I put weld through there, I could stop how this thing slides in and out. So I'm probably going to put one small gusset in there, just probably a 3-inch by triangle gusset. But honestly, I'm very happy with how this thing is going. It looks great. I think it functions great. It slides in and out very easily, and it removes in minutes. So go to a show, you misread the rules, you have your gas tank protector set up to 24, all of a sudden you look around and everybody's running 36-inch gas tank protectors and they're passing the rules. Unbolt it all, spread it apart, put it back together, and now you're being competitive with everybody else. So thanks for watching, guys. You can build this at your house. It just took me a lot of time, a lot of math, a lot of drawings. I tried to predict where my holes are going to be so they all line up nicely. You guys can do this at home. I know you guys can. I got faith in you. I was working on this car pretty much all day today, kind of just putting away. Buddy came over and we got them all settled up with a Camry, but I wanted to work on this today because this derby's coming up, but I didn't really get time, so I guess I'm going to have to do that another day. Just looking to clear some stuff in the back. But I did finish this car up, and I'm pretty happy. I'm going to say that my cage is done. It's fully welded, everything's in it, and I've even made some nice tweaks. So as you can see, I got a driver door bar in. And then I have those 3 bolts there to stop it from sliding. All structural 3/4 bolts holding it in. So that is in there very well. And that is almost 3/8 thick square tubing. So it's not going anywhere. I also got my battery box in. So I have my battery box bolted to the floor. I have it bolted to the floor back there. And it is set. I did not attach the battery box to the actual cage because of how adjustable this cage is. The gas tank would have to be just as adjustable. Now, it could have been different if I mounted the gas tank to the post-to-post bar and then had to go to the floor and mount to the floor as well. But unfortunately, in my rules, if the gas tank is mounted to the post-to-post, it cannot mount to the floor. So that makes making this thing fully adjustable quite a big task. So I figured I'd just mount it right to the floor, and the cage will actually pass over top of the tank, so then that way I can narrow it and widen it, unlike the cage that's in the other one where it actually hit the gas tank protector. So we've done a little bit about that. Did mark it which side's which. Now I want to show you what I've done over here on this side, and I'll have to go to the other side of the car to show you. So what I've done here is I have a passenger door bar right here, but some rules around me do not allow a passenger door bar. So this right here ties my cage to the B-pillar while still being able to make it removable. So you just slide it up, tighten it down, and then now this here is not a passenger door bar, it's just tying your cage to the B-pillar. But right now, I want this bar in. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap this out, and I'm going to show you guys how easy this is. So I didn't even have this tight, that's how. There. So just going to loosen that one off. Slide this bar in, slide this bar out. So here you go, there's your passenger door side. Now we're just going to bolt this one back together, just like that. Just finger tight these for now. Oh, I guess I got some welding slag on that one. once we tighten down these, I'd use an impact with a 3/4 socket. It basically is installed the passenger door bar. So this cage here is fully adjustable pretty much to any car, any situation that I might come across. If I go to a derby and the rules say gas tank protector must be 24 inches, I can have a 24-inch gas tank protector. But then I get there and see everybody's one in 36 or 32 and they're all passing tech. I can quickly change this in a matter of 30 minutes to be competitive. Same as the passenger door bar. If the rules say that you can't have passenger door bar and you get there and everybody's got a passenger door bar, I can throw one in. Have you guys ever seen that clip off South Park where they built a soapbox derby car, I think it was, or one of the ones they carve out of wood, and it's underbuilt and they freak out.
All right, Stan, just regroup, all right? We've got to just stay calm. No, Stan, we still have a shot. It's gonna be okay. We just have to modify the car some...
That's what I want to avoid. I want to be able to be competitive in any situation I go to. If times change and the car changes and all of a sudden I need to be more competitive, I can. Or if something doesn't pass the rules and I need to shrink the gas tank protector or remove some of it or remove a passenger door bar or even remove the driver door bar, because some places around me do not even allow driver door bar. Or if I need to remove the top of the halo, everything is adjustable, removable, all at the show. All I need is a 3/4 and an 1.25 inch, and everything comes apart. And that is my whole design for this cage. I'm looking to have it so that it passes every promoter around me with being able to adjust it on the fly, tweak it on the fly, remove half of it on the fly. I know a lot of promoters, I have to actually unbolt this from the floor because I am not allowed to go to the floor. I have different promoters where I'm not allowed to have a passenger door bar unless it's stepped in 6 inches. So to get around that, I just don't run the passenger door bar. I would install this. There is so many different rules around me that I have to be able to play by them. I have about 6 different companies around me that I run, and then I have about another 5 or 6 fair boards that I actually run in. Those 6 promoters and those 6 fair boards all have different rules, so that they're all variations on each other. So other cars I build have to be less than one promoter than to be able to run at a different one. It's kind of a juggling match between what you can do and what you can't do. And I just try to make my cars pass everybody's rules. There's certain cars here that will only pass one promoter, and then there's certain cars here that will pass all 6 promoters and almost every 6 fair boards around me. So, you know what? You got to do what you got to do to make your cars pass. And it's going to be a lot of work, or sometimes a lot of little work. If you're only running one promoter, that's a massive advantage to you. I know that a couple guys watch my channel say they only do 2 derbies a year, and they're both with the same promoters. That's awesome. I wish that it would be like that everywhere, where everybody had the same rules, but unfortunately it's not. They always talk about a unified rule system here for Ontario, but I never think it will happen. And even if it does, one promoter will not enforce other things that other promoters enforce. So it's probably never going to happen. But you know what? With this cage here, I feel like I can really play with the rules and stay within them as much as I can. Everything's pretty much been fail-safed with 3 bolts. Like this one here's got 3 bolts just in case something happens. They put pressure. If any of these snap, which they will not because they are structural 3/4 bolts, I have 4 of them. Down here I have structural bolts. Here all the pressure is being pushed onto itself. Structural bolts, structural bolts. And if the time comes, I can actually adjust my cage and I can build it later on, remove this bar and have a bar that goes from there to here, or even up higher if the rules allow. But unfortunately right now, the rules do not allow that. So I'm just trying to play it safe and keep everybody happy and keep this car eligible to run as many promoters as I can. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks very much for watching. This cage has actually taken me quite some time. Between fabbing up all this stuff, drilling my probably 92 holes that I've had to drill into this cage, it's probably been 2 weeks I've been working on it. And I'm overall pretty pleased with the outcome. I definitely don't want to build another one. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Leave a comment down below on how many different promoters you guys actually run at. Because, like I said, I got about 12 different sets of rules for mini cars that I got to try to follow between all the different promoters I run. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have to do that. Who knows? Maybe you guys actually have more rules, different promoters, different shows than I have. I know that there's starting to be some bigger promoters taking over across the USA, so it seems to be like a one promoter runs a lot of the bigger shows with all the same rules. That would be really nice up here. But let me know, guys. Leave a comment. See you back here tomorrow.